Hey guys, this is Garrett. Hope y'all are having a great day today. This video is going to be the first actual programming video that I will put. I have a other video out that is the how to download and set up. If you're interested in that, it's also on my channel. Okay, so today we are going to cover basic outputs for a LED setup. So for the actual setup that you'll be using, you can hook LED through a resistor to the two pins that we'll be talking about in the video. Make sure you have the LED the right way. Remember, it is a diode. Electricity only flows one way. As I said, this will be covering the programming side, though. If you're interested, the resistor I used is a 220 ohm resistor. Okay, so first thing that you're going to do is, well, normally you would name which sketch you're going to be using. So you can save as to whatever sketch. I'm not going to do that. I've already made this program before. So first you're going to call out which pins you're going to be using. So you're going to want to have, I'm going to use, let's use pins number 2 and 3. So you're going to put in pin, capital M, mode, and that brings up a good point. In Arduino code, capitalization matters a lot. So it will change colors, as you can see, whenever you get it right for most things. Some things will not change colors. But if it does change colors, you got it right. So then you're going to use open parentheses, and then you're going to do the call out of the actual pin. As I said, we'll be using 2. Dadgummit, numlock. Why? Yeah, there we go, 2. Next, you're going to tell it what kind, either output or input. All caps, this is going to be an output because we'll be using it to control the pin. As you can see, it changed colors. Yay, I did it right. So that's in your setup. This is the stuff that only runs one time. This is the loop. Arduino programs run in loops. They never stop. The only way to stop is to simulate an end by putting a loop at the end that just keeps going. It's still a loop. Arduino likes to loop. So in this part, we're going to talk about how to turn on and off things. So we'll be using just a digital port, not the analogs at the bottom. So we'll just be talking about high and low. That's all digital ports do. They're on and off. So what we're going to put is digital right, and we're going to call out our pin that we called out before. And we're going to call out whether it's on or off. So high is on, low is off. Once again, all capital letters. Make sure, this actually brings up a good point because I almost forgot. Make sure you put a semicolon after everything in Arduino coding that you want it to continue on to the next one. There are a few exceptions, such as the if statement that has an open before it continues on. We'll talk about those later. Also loops, setup, things like that. But for right now, if you want to pass on command to the next line, put a semicolon in. Okay, so this will turn on digital port 2. It'll put it on at 5 volts like anything else, or about 5 volts. That's why it says high, not on, because it's near 5 volts, and low because it's not technically all the way off ever. So next line, we're going to tell it to delay before it starts the next code. So this is in milliseconds. I'm going to tell it to delay for 250 milliseconds. So it's going to turn it on. It's going to wait 250 milliseconds. Once again, semicolon, enter. Next, I'm going to tell it to turn off. So once again, digital right to low. All right, and that is off. Like I said, it's just kind of off. So once that's done, if you upload this to your Arduino, it should turn on, it should wait, and it's going to turn off. But it's going to loop instantly back to the beginning and turn on again. You might not even be able to tell that it had turned off. So you're going to want to put another delay in there of, now let's go 250 milliseconds again. Why not? So now that we put the semicolon in, it's going to actually turn on, wait, turn off, wait, and then turn on again. And it's going to blink that LED over and over. If you're interested, one way to actually do this without having to build the LED setup is to use, at least for our Arduino Robo-Reds, pin 13. Pin 13 actually has an integrated LED on the board. So you'll be able to see it just from the board. You won't have to build any setup whatsoever. It will blink. It's D13, digital 13, and it's towards the middle of the board. So that would be a very basic turns on, turns off, turns on, turns off program. Alright, so if we want to add in more pins, we can do that. Make sure to call out the pin mode before you begin. So we're going to call out 2, and we're going to tell it for this, once again, output, and spaces don't actually matter. So if we tell it to turn on, so let's say after it turns off pin 13, we want it to turn on 2. We're going to go digital right. My spelling is horrible. I apologize. Or my typing is horrible. I know how to spell. Alright, so 2, and we're going to tell it high. Now then, while you it will be able to keep on the old pins while turning on the new pins. So this one is going to go through, turn on pin 13, wait 250 milliseconds, turn it off, wait 250 milliseconds, turn on 2, and then immediately turn on 13. Now if you'll notice, we never turned off 2, so it's going to keep going through. If it has a double turn on, it's not going to do anything besides make sure it's turned on. So that concludes this very, very basic how to call out pins and how to turn on stuff tutorial. So that's a good starting program for you guys. You can mess around with things like blinking. You can mess around with things like maybe transferring on to the next LED. If you make a very long line of LEDs using a bunch of resistors, you can actually make it go from in a kind of a line looking thing like a snake. It's going to go down, turn on 1, turn off 1, turn on 2, turn off 2, turn on 3, turn off 3, and it's going to look like it's moving. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.